I think it's common in all games that exist to have a bizarre Chinese version. Many games we know are like that. This happens because in China, there are many rules and ways of making games, so sometimes games can't have the mechanics we have in our version, or even the companies that create the games let a Chinese company make the version of the game for the Asian country. So most of the time the Chinese versions are very different and bizarre, and in today's video we're going to see everything that was different in the Chinese version of My Singing Monsters, the famous monster choir. That's right guys, we're going to look at all the things that were different in that version of the game, and also in the Korean version, which also has a lot of unique things. So let's see these very interesting things. Before we start, I need to say that unfortunately these versions of the games no longer exist. They are already offline, so I'll only be able to show you gameplay from YouTube itself, and I'll leave all credits in the description of this video. Well, one of the most amazing things we had in Monster Choir, and I believe that if this existed in My Singing Monsters, it would be incredible, especially because it fits perfectly with the style of the game. Since My Singing Monsters is obviously a musical game, why not have a rhythm mini game? And that's exactly what we had in Monster Choir, a rhythm mini game with a style that's very well known in several other rhythm games we have. This mini game was definitely super fun, and if you look at it, it really fits My Singing Monsters. So in my opinion, this could definitely be in the original game, and it was one of the most interesting things we had in the Chinese version of My Singing Monsters. I hope that one day we'll have this mini game or a new one in this style inside My Singing Monsters. And we don't stop there when it comes to minigames, because the Chinese and Korean versions of My Singing Monsters had another minigame. That's right, there was another very interesting minigame, which was simply a puzzle. Yes, everyone, such a simple minigame that could definitely exist in the original My Singing Monsters. It existed in Monster Choir, it seemed pretty interesting, and even if it wasn't something huge, it was something that added more to the game. Now, another thing that was exclusive to Monster Choir, and on one hand was interesting, but on the other wasn't so nice because of how it worked, was the egg machines. That's right, everyone, the egg machines were literally egg machines where you could spend your resources to get exclusive monster variants. Kind of like a gacha style, where you could either get a super different and rare variant or just a common monster. And well, there are two sides to this machine. The first is that it's a cool mechanic. Being able to get new variants of monsters is very interesting. But the bad side is that this turns it into a gacha game where you would have to spend all your resources to get rare monsters, even having to spend real money to get them. Some of these machines even required exclusive resources to roll, which you could only get with a VIP pass, which of course is paid with real money. So on one hand it was cool, but on the other it was really something made just to get people to spend money in the game. Well, of course, since I talked about the way we got these variants, what stood out the most in Monster Choir were its monster variations. Yes, everyone in this game, we had more variations besides rares and epics. There were several monsters that even looked like completely new monsters, not just variants. Some were simple, others were simply beautiful and super well detailed, some even making references to other games. And seeing these beautiful versions is what makes me the saddest about not being able to play this version of the game anymore. I'd love to create a new account and collect all these monster versions. And of course, if the game had so many differences like this, one of the most notable was also the difference in all the game's icons. Yes, in the Monster Choir version, all the icons were very different, even having new tabs and many things different from the game we know. It was really interesting to see all the icons completely changed, like the map, the shop icon, and even a new ranking tab with a very beautiful trophy. And while in the original version of My Singing Monsters, the Earth Island gets decorated for the Summer Song event, in Monster Choir it was the Plant Island that got the summer theme. and the island really looked beautiful with a beach theme full of sand. It was definitely a very pretty island skin. But it's funny to see that this island, which we usually only see decorated for Halloween, was decorated with a vacation theme instead, and something else that was exclusive to this version, which I already mentioned in this video but didn't go into detail about, was the tickets you could earn to roll for new monsters. Yes, there were 3 different types of tickets, and of course it was with them that you had better chances of getting the rarest monsters from the egg machines. Well, everyone, for me, these are the most interesting things we had in these Asian versions of my singing monsters. I hope that one day they come back so that we can play and enjoy all these mechanics and differences in the game. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next